Hello, everyone. This is Amita, co-founder of Nourish, a platform for natural and holistic medicine. We have Dr. Pooja Kiran with us, who is going to talk about theory of 5 basic elements in Ayurveda. Welcome, Dr. Pooja.
Thank you very much, Amita. And hello, everyone, and thank you for joining this session. Let us discuss the theory of the 5 basic elements. So, the theory of the 5 basic elements is called Pancha Mahabhuta theory in Ayurveda. Pancha means 5, Maha means major, and Bhuta means elements. It is the foremost basic fundamental principle in Ayurveda and is the foundational theory of Ayurveda's concept of evolution and homeostasis, and it forms the basis for understanding health and disease in our body. Ayurvedic philosophy believes that everything that exists in this universe is composed of the 5 basic elements. Now, what are these 5 basic elements? They are earth, fire, water, air, and ether. Ether also means space. Just like the universe, the human body is also composed of these 5 elements. Now, one might ask me this question: if everything is made up of these 5 elements, why do we have so many different forms of matter, like plants, animals, birds, aquatic animals, rocks, and human beings? Everything looks different. So the answer to this question is that all matter in the universe, including living and non-living, is a product of combination and permutation of these 5 basic elements. That means everything is made up of these 5 basic elements, but the proportion of these 5 elements varies greatly in different forms of matter. And that is why there are so many different forms of matter that exist in nature. Now, how do we identify these 5 elements, or how do these elements manifest themselves in our body? These elements have certain qualities and attributes that are characteristic to each element, and they have certain impacts on our mind and body, and they manifest in different ways. Now let us discuss each element in detail and find what qualities are responsible for these specific characters that represent and manifest themselves in our body and mind. Let's take the earth element. The earth element represents solid matter, and it forms the structure of the universe. It gives form to the body. In fact, it gives form to all creations. So if you see the structure of the body, the anatomy of the body, head, hands, legs, abdomen, inside, the organs, they are all structural and they represent the earth element. In terms of mind, it keeps the mind calm and composed. So how do we ascertain these qualities or attributes and the manifestation of the 5 elements of the earth element? That can be understood by understanding the quality of the earth element. Now, what are the qualities of earth element? They are coolness, stability, heaviness, density, etc. So if you take a mud or stone in your hand, you'll see that it is heavy and it is stable. Anything that's heavy is stable, it's dense. Now, some people are heavier in nature as compared to other people. So those people who are heavier have more earth element in them. So this is just an example to make you understand how we can identify the presence of earth element in a body based on the qualities of the earth element. Now let's look at the fire element. The fire element represents the capacity of heat and light. It is associated with the generation of energy and transformation in the body. The best example of transformation in the body is the process of digestion, where food is digested into tissues and other structures of the body. In terms of mind, it is the source of anger, inspiration, intuition, knowledge, etc. And how do we attribute these qualities of the fire element in the body? By understanding the qualities of the fire itself, which are hotness, subtlety, lightness, dryness, sharpness. For example, some people are generally warm to touch. Even if their basal temperature is within the normal range, some people will be cold to touch and some people will be warm to touch. In the same way, some people have bloodshot eyes. Some people have reddish skin, or they get inflammation very quickly. So these are all qualities of fire element which are manifested in the body. And that shows that the person has more fire element in their body. Now let's look at the water element. The water element represents fluid matter and cohesion. It provides nourishment to the body by acting as the basic medium for its structure and function. And in terms of mind, it is the source of clarity of thoughts. And again, these attributes are represented in terms of the qualities of the water element, which are coolness, stability, heaviness, moistness, fluidity, softness, etc. For example, some people have sluggish circulation. That means the water element in their body is lesser than normal or a little lower than normal. And some people have very nice, soft, supple, moist skin. That means the water element in the body is optimum. So based on the proportion of the water element, you see certain manifestations in body as well as in mind. Now, next, let's look at the element of air. The element of air represents the capacity of motion. The basic functions of the body, the physiological functions of the body, are governed by the quality of air. And in terms of mind, it shows anxiety, perception, and processing of information, etc. And what are the qualities that attribute these manifestations in the body? That is, air is mobile in nature, it is cool, it is light, it is dry, it is sharp, and it is clear. For example, some people are lighter in weight and they run fast, they talk fast, they can multitask fast, and they fidget. So all these properties show the qualities of air in that person. So that way it shows that the element of air is more in terms of his or her body constitution. And finally, the element of ether or space. Space is the essence of emptiness. Our body occupies a certain amount of space in the universe. And inside our body, the cells and the organs are hollow in structure. So that represents space is everywhere. It's outside and it's inside our body, and it is essential for the normal functioning of the body. In terms of mind, space or ether refers to consciousness. And the qualities of ether or space are expansiveness, clarity, omnipresence, etc. For example, mind can be here with us at one point, and it can travel up to the moon or any other part of the universe in the next second. So that explains the expansiveness and the omnipresence of mind, how expansive it can be. Mind is not physical. It's an amorphous entity. It does not have any form. But that is exactly what space is. Space cannot be confined. Space is everywhere. And all the matter, all the other four elements are actually within this space element. So space is expansiveness and space is omnipresence. And that is why the element of space explains mind, the concept of consciousness and mind in a very, very good manner. So all these 5 elements have their own importance in understanding health and disease as per the Ayurvedic views. And this is the basic concept to understand the Ayurvedic nature of health and disease. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pooja, for making us understand how the five elements relate to each and every constitution. Hope our viewers understood, and let us know if you have any questions, and thank you so much.